Bob Deal, Castle Windows. Today we're going to talk about a double hung window. This is the classic window that is used throughout the industry for the majority of homes. And a double hung means that it has two sashes. That's this portion right here. This is a sash. And it goes up and down. And then you have being double hung, meaning that the top sash also goes up and down. So you have a double hung window. Now, double hung has some basic parts on it that you need to know what they would be called. So if you ever have a service issue, that when you call into the service department, you can give them a brief description of what is either broken or needs to be repaired. Now, of course, first thing we show here are two different types of glass. We have glass with grids, meaning cross hatches in it, and we have clear glass. This is the top sash, and this is the bottom sash. Now, first off, with the top sash, on it we have the locks. That's these two items. And if you look closely at the locks, there is a lock image. One being closed and locked, so if I turn this all the way over, I cover the lock, and the other being unlocked in this position. This, in the center like that, is not closed or locked or either. That's not how it works. You have to go completely to the full 90 with it, or completely to the full 90 to lock it. Not halfway, that does not lock it, and it will actually cause the window not to lock and seal correctly. So you have your locks. Then the next mechanism is one of the nice features that everybody liked about the windows is the fact that the windows will tilt in for easy cleaning. In order to do that, you can't just grab a hold of the window, and you have to raise it up, which we'll go into briefly here. But the most important portion of this is the tilt latches. That's this little button at the top. It requires two fingers, all right, one on either side. And what you do, grab a hold of the tilt latch, push it to the middle, push it to the middle, tilt the window in. Now you want to hold it, you don't want to let it flop down like that because you'll damage something. But if you will just hold it, you can lower it all the way to that position so that it's out of the way. That allows you to clean the inside, clean the outside. Leave that down. Now when you want to do the same thing for your top sash, you lower your top sash. You take the tilt latch again, it's up top there, and you tilt it in, allowing you to clean both the inside and the outside. Tilt latches, again, to put it back together, you don't have to hold them in place. You can just snap it in place, push the sash up, take the bottom sash, lift it up, and make sure that they are all the way over to the unlocked position. Take your lift rail, not the middle of the window, your lift rail, and push the window closed and lock it. That's the basic portions. Now there's some other parts of this window that you need to know how to operate and how to use them. We have a security latch or a night latch here at the middle of the window. Now the purpose behind this, there's a couple of purposes. There's two of them. All right, and what they require to get them to open is take your nail or your finger, push. Let me grab something here. Hang on a second. This might be a better way of showing it. You can grab with your nail or with your finger, push against it and push up, and it'll pop out. It's spring-loaded, so it pops right out. You could also use, if you wanted to, just a small nail file, something like that. If you weren't comfortable with your fingernail, push it in, push it up, and allow it to pop out. Same thing with this side. In, up, pop out. Now what that does, another nice little feature, if you have small children, if you have grids and you want to make sure everything lines up correctly when you open the window a small way, or you want to have some ventilation but not worry about somebody coming in through the window easily. It's a sash limiter. What it basically does is allow you to have about 2 to 3 inches of airspace here for ventilation coming through the house. You could also, and here at the bottom, what that does is there's not a lot of room there for kids to go out or someone to try to get out through that. Now, these, most of the time, unless you slam or push up against them hard, you won't break. They'll last forever. Push them in, down, if you want to open the whole window, and just open up the whole sash. The other portion, the next portion that you need to know with the window, there's some important features. In the side, on both sashes, is a constant force balance. That's basically this. It's located right here in this side rail. It's hidden. You can hardly see, but if you were to look, you can see the strap, the stainless steel strap that comes out of here. That's really what makes your window go up and down. Spring-loaded, stainless steel strap. Does rarely needs adjustment, but that's mounted inside of here. And coming out, which I'll pull out here in a second and show you, coming out of the edge of the window is a piece of metal which is called a pivot bar, and that goes into this portion which is called a shoe. Goes right into there, and this is what makes the window, allows the window to tilt, go in, up, down, do all the good things that it'll do for you. Now, these do not break most of the time. If you get a broken one, you may have operated the window incorrectly. That's usually a result of when you're operating the window, forgetting, and it happens, to lift the window up 2 inches or more, or lower the top sash before you tilt it into place. Because if you don't, what you're doing, by not raising it, you're putting a lot of pressure right here on that, and you're going to cause it to twist and break.